Let's be honest, is that pile of paper on your desk starting to look less like a to-do list and more like a mountain? You've got contracts, invoices, old photos, and important records that you know should be digital. But the thought of wrestling with your all-in-one printer feels like a technical nightmare. You press the scan button and nothing. You try to find the right software on your computer and get lost in a sea of confusing options. It's a task that should be simple, but it always seems to turn into a huge headache. The good news? It is simple once you know the secret handshake between your printer and computer. Tired of staring down that stack of papers you need on your computer? In this guide, I'm going to show you the simple, step-by-step process to scan any document from practically any printer to any computer. We're going to turn your paper mess into digital perfection in just a few minutes, and we'll demystify every single step along the way. By the end of this, you'll be scanning, saving, and sharing documents like a pro. Before a single page gets scanned, your printer and computer need to be on speaking terms. This is the #1 place where things go wrong, but it's an easy fix. You've got two main ways to make this connection happen. First, there's the classic USB cable. This is the most direct and bulletproof method. Just plug one end into your printer and the other into a USB port on your computer. For most modern operating systems like Windows 11, Windows 12, and recent versions of macOS, your computer will automatically recognize the printer and install the basic drivers you need to get going. Second, and way more common these days, is connecting over your Wi-Fi. The golden rule of wireless scanning is simple. Your printer and your computer must be on the exact same network. If your computer is on my superfast Wi-Fi and your printer is on my superfast Wi-Fi_guest, they're not going to see each other. You can usually check your printer's network status by printing a report from its own little control panel. If your printer isn't on your Wi-Fi yet, you'll need to follow the manufacturer's instructions, which usually involves using that tiny screen to find your network and type in the password. Once they're talking to each other, we can get to the main event. Your all-in-one printer gives you two spots to scan from, and which one you choose just depends on what you're scanning. First is that big sheet of glass, the flatbed scanner. This is perfect for single pages, delicate old photos, crumpled receipts, or something thick like your passport or a page from a book. Just lift the lid, place your document face down on the glass, and line it up with the little arrows or markings you see on the edge. Close the lid to keep it flat and block out extra light. Your second option, if your printer has one, is the Automatic Document Feeder, or ADF. That's the tray, usually right on top, that lets you load a whole stack of paper at once. This is a total game changer for scanning multi-page contracts or reports. Just straighten out your pages and place the stack in the feeder, usually face up. The printer will pull each page through one by one. And if you've got double-sided documents, some printers can even scan both sides in a single pass. With your paper in place, let's head over to the computer. Windows gives you a few different tools for the job. We'll cover the three best ones, from the one your printer maker prefers to the universal built-in options. Method 1. Your printer's official app, your best bet. Pretty much every major brand, HP, Canon, Epson, Brother, has their own free app in the Microsoft Store. We're talking about apps like HP Smart or Canon IJ Scan Utility. This is almost always your best option because the software is made specifically for your machine and gives you the most control. Just open the Microsoft Store from your Start menu, search for your printer's brand, and install it. When you open the app, it should automatically find your printer. From there, you'll see a big Scan button that takes you to the main event, where you can get a live preview and play with all the settings. Method 2, the built-in Windows Scan app. If you prefer a cleaner approach or can't find your printer's app, Windows has a great modern tool called, you guessed it, Scan. If you don't have it, it's a free download from the Microsoft Store. Open it up and it'll look for scanners on your network. Once it finds yours, you're good to go. The interface is super simple. You can hit Preview to get a quick look before you commit, and clicking Show More reveals the important stuff like resolution and color mode. It's a fantastic, no-fuss option that works with most printers. Apple is famous for making things easy, and scanning is no exception. The whole process is built right into macOS. First, make sure your printer is connected with a USB cable or to the same Wi-Fi network. Then, click the Apple menu in the top left corner, go to System Settings, and find Printers and Scanners. Click on your printer from the list and you'll see a Scan tab or an Open Scanner button. This opens a simple but powerful window. You'll see a preview of your document, and on the right you have all your options. You can change the scan mode from color to black and white, set the resolution, and pick where you want to save the file. If you're using the automatic document feeder, just check the Use Document Feeder box. And for scanning multiple pages into one document, just choose PDF as the format and check the box for Combine into Single Document. When you're ready, just click Scan. No matter what software you're using, you'll see a few key settings. Understanding these is the difference between a scan that's good enough and one that's perfect. Resolution, DPI. This stands for dots per inch, and it's all about clarity. For a normal text document, 300 DPI is the sweet spot between clarity and a small file size. If you're scanning something with tiny text or fine lines, you might bump it up to 400 or 600 DPI. For a high-quality photo you want to print or save forever, 600 DPI is a great choice. Just remember, the higher the DPI, the bigger the file and the slower the scan. Color mode. You'll usually get three choices: color, grayscale, and black and white. Color obviously is for photos or anything where color matters. Grayscale is perfect for documents with some shading, creating a black and white image with shades of gray. Black and white, sometimes called text, creates the smallest file size and is ideal for simple text-only pages. File format. The two big ones here are PDF and JPEG. A JPEG is an image file, perfect for photos. A PDF is a document file, and it's the best choice for contracts, reports, or invoices. The huge advantage of a PDF is you can save multiple pages into one single file, which is a lifesaver for staying organized. Even when you do everything right, sometimes things just don't work. Here are the fixes for the most common headaches. The scanner not found error. This is almost always a connection problem. First, check if the printer is actually on. If you're using a USB cable, unplug it and plug it back in. Maybe even try a different port. On Wi-Fi, triple check that both devices are on the same network. And never underestimate the power of a simple restart. Turning your printer, computer, and even your router off and on solves a surprising number of these issues. The scan is blurry, crooked, or has lines. This is a physical problem. Make sure your document is lying perfectly flat on the scanner glass and lined up with the guides. More importantly, that glass might be dirty. Smudges and dust will absolutely show up in your scan. Turn the printer off and gently clean the glass with a soft, lint-free cloth. Software glitches. Sometimes the software just gets confused. An old or corrupted driver is often the bad guy. The best fix is to go to your printer manufacturer's website, find the support page for your exact model, and download the latest and greatest driver package. And there you have it. You've successfully turned a physical piece of paper into a digital file you can use for anything. If this guide helped you conquer that paper mountain, do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. For more simple, step-by-step tech guides that cut through the confusion, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you have any questions or you're stuck on a specific problem, drop a comment below. I'll do my best to help you out. You're now in control of your documents. No more paper nightmares, no more technical frustration. You know how to connect your gear, how to use the software on any computer, and how to dial in the perfect settings for whatever you need to scan. Thanks for watching, and happy scanning.